right. Weekly show. Good morning again. How you doing? Yeah. Let me turn that off for a second. Look at this.
You're branded.
I'm branded. I got the hat. Only sports card. 24, because that's the year it is. It's the year we were founded. Got my name on the back. Thank you, honey.
Oh, it's a fabulous logo, if we say so myself.
And we even have a viewer already. Look at that.
It's the shirt that did it.
It's a shirt.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a busy week, hasn't it?
Yes, it has.
I went up to Hagerstown yesterday. You know what I sold?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. I need to work on my closing.
Mm-hmm.
So there are people who are walking by, but with such a unique thing like the wheel, like people just kept right on walking.
Well, I mean, it was a choice between you and sports cars, so.
I don't think they fully understood what we were doing. I did give away some free stuff to kids, but literally sold nothing.
But you got to hang out with my dad, which is special.
That's true. Did hang out with your dad. Might be going back to Hagerstown next week. Not for racing, other stuff. And working my way back into the farmer's market for the summer season. A couple baseball games. How are you?
I'm exhausted.
Exhausted.
It's my worst time of year.
July is her busiest month.
So I'm like super in the mood to talk about baseball cards tonight.
Let's do something that's not baseball. Let's do some football.
Even better.
Even better. She doesn't mean it when she says that.
No, I don't.
So this was a break from Cameron's cards. I don't remember what it was. We'll start off with this.
You're not planning on opening all of these piles, are you?
I mean, eventually. What do you mean all of these piles?
It's a lot of piles.
Yeah.
In many places.
I mean, eventually we got to open them all.
Everywhere.
All right, so looks like we've got some.
You should show the people.
Hold on.
I mean, it's boring just staring at us.
We had some Ravens here. Why don't you open those guys in?
This isn't the extent of it. I mean, it's in a pack.
You gotta.
Open it.
Yeah, let's do it. So.
There's a guy who plays football.
Zay Flowers, who plays football, and that's a numbered card. Aren't you gonna point out that's a numbered card?
Idea.
That is out of 35, so it's probably actually worth something.
This is a guy who plays football. I will say though that this is a New York Buffaloes, I believe. Yeah. And my father and his brothers were fans, and they used to have like rugby jerseys when I was a kid. And they all had these matching Buffaloes jerseys things. I do actually have fond feelings towards Buffaloes. You don't actually watch football or anything.
No. Robert Griffin, third.
Here's another dude who plays football.
Brian Robinson Jr. It says it right in the thing.
This dude plays football with dolphins. It's kind of cool. They ever just like put dolphins on the field? They just bring like a whole like pit of dolphins.
Tell me you've never seen Ace Ventura Pet Detective without telling me you've never seen Ace Ventura Pet Detective.
I actually did see that when I was a kid. That was like what, 40 years ago? 30 years ago? There's another guy who plays with dolphins.
So I like the dolphins for two reasons when I was a kid. I just like dolphins. Do not. So I just like dolphins, and I like their colors. Wouldn't you agree those are it's an attractive color scheme?
Yeah, I can do that.
What do you think of this style card? Take a gander at that.
It looks like all these other cards.
I think it's an attractive card.
And I guess it's shiny. Shiny is nice.
So,
sorry.
What we got here, but it's a
card that's not a card. So we could take it and we could like pretend that he was actually like a Marvel character flying through space and fighting. Is this basically the boys' equivalent of paper dolls?
Sure. I don't know what paper doll is. So there's a Zayflowers out of $2.99 Mystique, and I somehow won 150 Panini points. So this can be used to buy other things, or I can sell them.
Other things being more cards.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the gambling thing. Like, ooh, get our gambling app, and we'll give you 150 free points to spend on gambling.
So they put this in their packs,
and
when you win it, you get some free points.
BOGO situation. So you buy more.
Maybe. But I've gotten some free stuff legitimately that way. So. Okay. So.
Are these more things that we're doing something
No,
with?
that does not actually have anything to do with today. Okay. The next thing we have to do today is we have our other monitor up here, and we've got eBay. So because I could not sell anything yesterday, and Hagerstown is like an hour, 15 minutes away, unless I can really figure out something new to do.
Do you offer Venmo?
Yes.
Like a little stand they can scan to do Venmo?
Well, not a scan, but the name is on there. Okay. So I got Venmo, PayPal, Square, cash, or trade. So unless I can really figure out what I need to be doing differently, there's really no reason to go back to the racetrack anytime in the near future, which means I got all these racing cards. I don't know what I do with them. So I've been working on eBay. I've opened an eBay account, and I will be selling my very first thing on eBay. Let's see here. I just saw it. So I'll be selling my very first thing on eBay. You got that? And it goes live in 3 minutes. So in 3 minutes, I will be selling this. That's the very first thing that I will. Well, all right. So it'll be the very first thing I list on eBay. And this is what we're selling. So we're putting cards away, hopefully for monies, and not taking cards in for no monies.
I'm pretty sure the selling is just so more cards can be bought.
Show to people what they could buy.
Is this a dude who drives cars?
You got to sell it. What's that on the card?
Dude in the car number 27.
What is that? What is that?
Zero idea. Piece of form.
Piece of his tire.
Costume.
Or costume. No, it's a piece of his tire. Rubber relic. You even read these cards?
No.
Huh.
Here's a piece of this dude's costume.
Why do you say costume?
I don't know. What do you call it? It's not a uniform.
Race suit?
Here's a piece of this dude's costume.
You keep saying it, even though I've told you it's not.
What is the correct terminology?
Race suit, if it's a race suit.
Boys and your toys.
Race worn material, race used material.
Bobby Labonte, who drives cars.
He does. Cannot deny that.
This is Martin Truex Jr., who also drives cars and has a race suit that is not a costume.
Then why don't you point out to the people what we see up there?
I have no idea. That? I can't even read that. Like some numbers or something?
It's serial numbered.
But it's not cereal and you can't eat it. That was funny. Whatever. Shut up.
It's a serial numbered card out of 250. So there are only 250 of this card. So it's rarer. Makes it worth more. So in 1 minute, the bidding opens up on this thing and you can win it.
And then here's another dude who drives cars.
So what are they going to get for their bid?
I have no idea. Cards?
How many?
I wasn't really paying that close attention. 6 cards.
They can get 6 cards. How about that?
6 cards and 6 pieces of, 5 pieces of their outfits, their race suits, and one piece of a tire. Did you say that was a tire?
Mm-hmm.
Which maybe if you put some glue on it, it could be a hole patch.
All right. I am sharing the link into the chat because it is officially live. The very first thing Only Sports Card has ever listed on eBay.
Woohoo, balloons. Woohoo.
Now, I set it for exactly 1 week, which means what?
People have to buy it in a week.
Which means what happens exactly 1 week from right this moment?
I don't know. Ship it.
Where are you going to be exactly 1 week from this moment?
Oh, God. I'm going to be back here.
So we will be able to live watch the final few moments of the auction, which is when most stuff happens, and see if we have sold it or if we have made monies.
Set your clocks.
Set your clocks. You heard her. This is not contempt. This is This is love and support. I will be probably listing some other things throughout this next week. They might even close before this one because I am out of town in a little bit. So if we're going to sell stuff, I want to sell it. All right. What's it say in the bag? Granky. I went out. So there are things that I get because I think maybe I want to sell them. And then there's the things I get just because I want them. One of my favorite baseball players, Zach Greinke.
Who's that?
He's a pitcher. I've been into pitchers lately. He was once one of the youngest players in baseball, and when he retired last year, he was one of the oldest players in baseball. So he had a super long career, mostly with the Royals, but he bounced around. He was in California and Arizona and Texas. So he got all over the place. Super long career as a pitcher. And he's just a weird guy.
You do like weird people.
Do like weird people. So when he first got promoted to Major League Baseball, he was like, I don't know, I want to leave the minors. Can I go back and try as like a shortstop? It's a hitter, well, a fielder. So like they told him, congratulations, you've made the Major League. And the first thing he said was, well, I don't know if I want to do that. He almost was a tennis player.
You know, those athletes, they like lots of different stuff.
But so one of the things about pitching is you don't want the hitter to know what you're going to throw, because that's bad. So he would like flat out tell people what he was about to throw. He'd be like, yeah, I'm going to throw this now, okay? And then he would throw it. And sometimes that worked and sometimes it didn't. During the pandemic,
this is very well packaged, by the way. He's having some trouble.
My packaging will not be this good. It will be adequate. Adequate packaging. That's our motto. So he would go and just sit in the stands because the stands were empty, so no one would bother him. Then one time his teammate was annoying him on the bus, so he made the bus driver stop, and he got the guy's bags out from under the bus and deposited the bags in the player on the sidewalk. And
very professional.
Yeah. Well, he was once sitting with this one guy who was actually talking to him, and he said, they had a conversation. The guy's like, yeah, I don't trust people who have cats. And it's like, oh no, you can't trust people with cats. And the guy said, we have a dog? He's like, no, I have cats. So I expect you to be pointing out the top sets here.
This one is shiny.
That one is shiny. So every single card here is did you go through them all already?
Yeah, that was the most interesting one.
Is Greinke.
I will explain paper dolls to you. Back in the day, when your family did not have enough money for actual Barbies, you got paper copies of Barbies. And then you would go, Oh, Barbie, let's go out. Woo! We're gonna go do something today. Woo! And sometimes you would dress them up and you would have different outfits for them. So this feels a lot like here he is in his gray outfit, and here he is in his red outfit. But feels like you're playing Barbie dolls.
So I'm pretty sure somewhere I have an outfit piece from him, but I do not have an autograph. Die cut. Because he doesn't like to sign autographs. So there's not many of them out there. And the ones that are out there are kind of expensive. I guess he played for Milwaukee. One of the most famous Greinke stories was when he was in Los Angeles. And so he was known as being a super smart pitcher. He had extremely good feel for the ball, but he also had a really good mind for...
You keep talking about him in the past tense. Is he dead?
He's retired, kind of. I'm not sure if he's officially retired. I don't think he's declared that he's retired, but he's not on a team this year. If Baltimore keeps losing pitchers, maybe they'll give him a call, but he probably needs a lot of money because of how experienced he is. And so he's in Los Angeles, and like they're having a team meeting. At the end, they say, "All right, anyone got anything to say?" And Greinke's like, "Yeah." And everyone stops because he's one of those guys who doesn't talk a whole lot, but when he does, you listen. And is he going to have some profound advice for the game or whatever? I noticed that some of you are going number 2 and not washing your hands. And I think we all need to make sure we do a better job washing our hands.
I'm going to back him up on that one. It's a very
After going
important
number
life
2.
lesson that you should pick up by first grade.
It was Los Angeles, so. All right, so there you have it. 40 or so Greinke cards and a Major League debut medallion for him. Kind of hefty.
Mm-hmm.
And it was 2004. So 20 years ago is when his career started in the major leagues.
Okay.
And it ended most likely last year. That's almost a 20-year career, which is really good, especially for a pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of my favorites. So for the people out there, if you're going to get me something for my birthday, I don't have a Greinke autograph. I have a Greinke memorabilia piece. I've got this now, but I do not have a Greinke autograph.
I'm going to track him down in retirement. And...
He doesn't like people.
It kind of works.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Can we call it a night?
Yeah, let's call it a night. We'll go to bed. I got to be up early in the morning. Good night, winners. Hit the button. There you go.